Hi everyone, what I want to do is go over the basics of bonds. Bonds are a little bit complicated. I've heard someone say there's an alphabet soup of terms involved with bonds. They're not so bad really though, as we'll see, but they are very, very, very important. Bonds overall, there's probably trillions with a T of bonds being bought and sold on a yearly basis. So it is extremely important topic. And it's tested a lot, I think. All right, so yeah, here's an example of a bond that was issued 1976. It's a 10-year bond. They're saying interest is payable February 15th and August 15th. Um, and February to August, if you don't see immediately, is 6 months. And I'll explain what everything here means in a moment. All right. So to me, the best way of approaching bonds is to simply um, just throw out all the terms and write the time diagram of what a bond is. So before we do anything, a bond is nothing more than a very special annuity, right? And yeah, I'm actually recording this as a new video July 19th, 2025, because particularly introducing bonds, I've done differently in the past, and I think this is the way to go. So yeah, let me just throw out all these terms and I'll explain what they mean. So we have a face amount for a bond, we have a coupon rate, we have a yield rate. Given all this, the time diagram for what a bond gives you. So if I purchase a bond, I am purchasing an annuity that gives me the following right here. Um, if it's an end period bond, unless otherwise stated, N is going to be 6 month periods. So if I have an N period bond, I get F times R, where R is a decimal every period, unless otherwise stated every 6 months. And then I get F back at the very end. Now, what is J? J is my yield rate, meaning I am pricing this bond using this rate J. So, in some sense, this is largely all there is to bonds to some degree. And we should be able to easily get the price here. So let's just look at the FRs and forget about big F here. So the FRs, we have N of them. So the price of the FRs is just FRANJ. Again, we're using J to price everything. And then for the big F here, we're just going to discount this by N periods to bring it back to 0. Um, and to be clear, so we have two rates floating around. So I'm going to use VJ for the present value factor with respect to J. I mean, if you want to just use V, that's fine, but I just want to be clear. And so in particular, VJ to the N is just exactly what you would think it is. 1 over 1 plus J to the N. So a few things to take into account. Unless otherwise stated, we are given coupon rates, sometimes called interest rates, as a nominal semi-annual rate, and the same thing for yield. So a lot of times you'll be given R2. R would be my coupon rate. So that would mean rather that my actual coupon rate, what I need to compute my FRs, and I'll explain why it's called coupon rate in a second. So my actual 6 month coupon rate is R2 over 2. as usual. Same thing if I'm given J2 nominal semi-annual interest rate. And again, unless otherwise stated, you are given nominal semi-annual interest rate. I'll explain why in a second. Y should be pretty clear. So J, my actual yield rate, is my nominal semi-annual yield rate divided by 2. So why are we usually given these two? Well, as we've done many times, to get my actual coupon and yield rate, you just divide by 2. So that's easy for calculations. But at the same time, nominal interest is very close to the equivalent effective annual coupon or yield rate. And we just think typically in terms of yearly rates. You know, when I have a stock, saying a stock grows roughly by 10% per year, I have an intuition for that. Saying it grows by 4% every 6 months, I don't have an intuition for that. And most people don't have an intuition for 6-month growth. They have an intuition for yearly growth. So nothing special as to why we want to deal with nominal interest in this case. But anyway. Okay. Please open up. Right. As stated, so I'm kind of just repeating what I mentioned before. It's good to have this in the note. Coupons are every 6 months, unless otherwise stated. And real quick, why are these called coupons, the FR? Why are we called a coupon rate? Well, back 30 years ago and prior, you would actually be issued coupons, paper coupons, kind of like, I don't know if any of you remember, but you used to actually be able to like go to the grocery store. Actually, this is stupid. You still can go to the grocery store and give them a coupon. But yeah, this would be you have a paper coupon you give to the bank and they give you F times R. Now everything's done electronically, or now past 30 years. So it's just deposit into your bank account. All right. Prices, bonds are priced like any other annuity. And typically we think of a bond as a loan because typically what's happening, the government is issuing people bonds. The government needs money and it gets money by giving you a bond. So essentially you're loaning government money. A municipality, a town, they need money. They issue bonds. So the town is lending, or you're lending the town money and they give you a bond in return. They give you this time diagram in return. So, yeah, we usually think it's accurate to think of a bond as a loan. Why this kind of loan terms? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm honestly not sure the history of loans. I'm sorry, of bonds. Um, yeah, the coupon slash interest rate is just used to compute coupon payments, whereas the yield rate is used to compute bond prices. Always you get coupon payments at the end of each period. Usually every 6 months, and F is paid at the end of the last period. All right, so as an example, let's obtain the price of this 30-year bond. And I want to explain, as a matter of practicality, what this here means, price per 100. So first, let me just quickly go back. So yeah, this is a $5,000 face value bond. We're given R2 is 8%, so we can figure out what the coupons are here. So coupons every 6 months is going to be 5,000. That's my F times R2 over 2 as a decimal 0.08 over 2. So that's going to be $200, I think. Yeah, $200. So we know exactly what this bond is going to give you if you so desire to purchase it. It would give you $200 at the end of every 6 months, and then you would get 5,000 back uh, after 10. Okay. So what's the CUSIP? Technically, I don't know what that represents. I don't know what that acronym stands for, but it's basically like a serial number. It's like a name. So this bond has a name. So it's kind of like a firearm. All firearms, all legal firearms, they have serial numbers. This is like the serial number, so you can look it up. And so this bond here was issued by the U.S. government. This is the serial number. You can actually look this up if you want on Google, or probably ChatGPT is going to give you more accurate information. And if you ask, for example, ChatGPT, actually, I'll do this. I haven't. How much of this bond was purchased? It's something like 16 billion with a B. So yeah, there's trillions of dollars of bonds on a yearly basis bought and sold. So very, very, very important. And that's why we're teaching it to you. And a lot of bond stuff is on exam. Okay, so yeah, let's get the price here. And sorry, what does this mean? To be clear, this means if the face value is X, and you can purchase a bond of any face value you want, roughly speaking, then the price is X over 100 times this price per $100. So in some sense, it's kind of what it sounds like. So let's say you wanted to, let's do something maybe more realistic. You would want to, I think the minimum you can buy is actually like $100,000 face value for a treasury bond. It's high. The government doesn't want to waste its time. So it's little purchases. So yeah, let's say you want to buy face value of $100,000. So we divide by 100 times this here, and this is why we have the 6 decimals. It's times 98.10564. So it's 98,105.60. So yeah, you want to buy this bond with this coupon rate here, 30-year bond, so 66-month periods, and face value $100,000. It'll cost you 98,105.64. So that's why this is accurate to 6 decimals. Minimum I think you can buy is around 100,000. You probably, if you're a country buying bonds, you would probably buy millions of this. Yeah, so let me first explain kind of why, if you're like a country, you would buy a bond. Even though you probably can theoretically do better on the stock market or somewhere else. Well, the answer is very simple. There's volatility in the stock market. Stocks go up and down, right? And for you as an investor with maybe a lot of money saved up, it's fine. You can weather the storm of volatility. If you're a country and you need guaranteed money to pay government employees to build bridges, to run services, to feed your people, then you can't just, you often just need money and you want guaranteed growth. So that's why bonds are so important. Unless the U.S. government is, collapses, and I don't think it will anytime soon. I guess some would argue maybe it will. I don't think we'll have a civil war anytime soon. So you purchase this U.S. government bond, it's pretty darn guaranteed. Now, if you purchase a little bit of practicality, my uncle actually bought a Puerto Rican bond long time ago, and he never got his money. So if you buy a bond from another country or a municipality, they could go bankrupt, and you might be, pardon my language, shit out of luck. So that's something to be aware of. If you buy a really nice looking bond, it could be, I don't want to say it's too good to be true, but if it looks really good, it looks really good, possibly because it might not actually be. But anyway, okay, so right, what is my so what we'll do, sorry, I'll just make things a little easy to get this exact number. Let's say X is 100. So my face value is 100, so my price is the price per one. And we'll do a lot more of this later. Few videos, be part of homework 8. But we're kind of not going to do much of this right now. This concept here, price per something, is very important going. Right? All right. I want this video to be relatively quick. So, all right. So divide by 2. This is my coupon rate / interest rate. Store this in the one spot. My yield rate 3.224 divided by 2. Store that in the 2 spot. So I have 66-month periods. If I have 30 years, this is my coupon rate. This is my yield rate. My face value is 100. So my coupons are, take this. You need, again, to convert this into a decimal, times 100. That's my coupons. So I'm going to make that payment because, well, that is what I get every 6 months for 66-month periods. Right? So, yeah, let's just get this here. The payment is this $1.56 roughly, 60, and the rate is this as a percentage. Compute present value. Store this in the if I store it in the one spot. Yeah, my yield rate is here. All right, so turn this into into decimal rather, +1. Discount by 66-month periods times 100. That's the present value of the redemption at maturity. Maturity is just when you get your face value back. So add these two up. Lo and behold, we get 98,105.6. So actually, because bonds are so important, there's a way to do bond calculations even more quickly. And there is even a bond button here. I don't know how useful that is, in my opinion. It can be useful. We'll go over it later, but okay. So right. Right. Okay, so there's one way to sort of simplify this, I guess, and I'll just go over it quickly, not to. In the past, actually, I haven't derived this formula. It's called Maycham's formula, but there's no reason not to. It's literally going to take like 2 minutes. All right, so what? So let's write this down. FR. It's down. So I'm not even going to write VJ. I'm going to write. I guess I will write VJ. Okay, well, what is this? So this is just 1 minus VJ to the N over R. Okay, so let's call this K here. So this is K. So I'm just going to distribute this, so it's FR. So this is, so first of all, when I want to distribute, I don't want to quite distribute that. What I want to do is, first of all, take out this J here. This, and then just divide, take R over. And so that looks like an N. So let me fix that. Now it looks like an R. So now I want to distribute just the F. With R over J, F minus F Vj to the N. F Vj to the N. But again, F Vj to the N is just K. And this is, I guess, is kind of useful, sort of, um, when using calculator. I guess it's debatable, but okay, so then what's the formula? It's Maycham's formula is it's K. Actually, I have a K out here, but it's K right here. K plus R over J, F minus K. Kind of trivially, I'll write it like this. Got my first K that I circled here, plus R over J, F minus. Yeah, again, it's we'll use it to analyze what bond prices look like when you have the yield rate being less or bigger than the coupon rate. But so it's useful there. Otherwise, it's both questionable use. I'll just give it to you anyway. So never use it. All right, so let's particularly do the 2-year Maycham's. Let's verify this for face value is $100 from this 2-year. So it's sometimes useful. I would say it is useful to just store the actual not actual 6-month coupon and yield rate when you're doing Maycham's formula. So 0.005 over 2 as a decimal, and you need to use both rates as a decimal in Maycham's formula. So store this in the one spot, 0.00598 over 2, store that in 2 spot. Now we can get K very easily. So take this plus 1, raise it to the 4, because it's 2 years, 4 6-month periods. Three spot. Okay, so it's this plus R over K times 100, my face value, minus K. And lo and behold, 99,805 for easy peasy. All right, so let's end this video with zero coupon bonds, and it's literally a bond with zero coupon. Literally, bond with no coupons, pays redemption value, pays the redemption value, kind of your face value at redemption. So yeah, with zero coupon bonds, we often call the redemption. We often call the face value um, uh, redemption. So yeah, just to be clear, so when R equals 0, all right, this is yeah. So when R equals 0, basically what's going on here? Well, um, yeah, literally this everything is zero here except F. So your zero coupon bond just gives you redemption at the end. Otherwise doesn't give you anything, honestly. Second. Right. And so price, all you do is take the present value of F discounted by n periods. So it's just F, and you're using your actual yield rate J. So yeah, just discounted by n periods. This is your price. So same thing here. If R equals 0, it's just 0. In some sense, nothing too special. No coupons. So R equals 0. Okay. So another way of thinking about this is following. So if the price is $50, you have a yield rate of 5%, find redemption value if redeemed after 30. So you can do this using just a 6-month rate, or you can convert it to a yearly rate. I'll probably do it as a 6-month rate, but it's the same. You're okay. So yeah, it's just a sanity check. This is my redemption. So 0 to 60. It's 30 years. It's my 6-month rate is J2 over 2. Went over to 5. So price, just discount this by 60 6-month periods. It's $50. F over 1.025 to the 60. Or you can think you're investing $50 and it's growing by it's growing by 2.5% every 6 months for 60 years. What does that accrue to? That's another, this is a good way to think about this. Either way, 50 times 1.025 to the 60, 219.90. That is what you get back after 30. So it might sound great, but that might not even be enough to counteract 30 years of inflation. Okay, well, that's it for now. So yeah, so long, take care. Hopefully this video made sense. I'll have a few more videos on bonds.